time to talk Wyoming football with Xavian Vallady and Chad Muma. They are here with us. Let's start with Xavian. We'll go back and forth here. Madison, Illinois. How does somebody get from there to Wyoming?
I honestly have no idea. I think it just takes a lot of, getting to know your states and the areas that you're going to go to.
I mean, who recruited you out of there?
Kurt Mallory, believe it or not, actually he's not even at Wyoming no more. The year that he recruited me is the year that he left, and he got a head coaching job at Indiana State.
Did you have one of those high school careers where, I mean, you're tearing it up now in your college career, but does this come naturally from what you did in high school?
I would say so. Just putting a little confidence in myself, and just knowing that my abilities and what I'm capable to do and bring to the next level here at Wyoming is just something that I've always believed in and that thought I can do. So practicing and sharpening up my skills is just something that I like to do every day.
Xavian's one of the top country runners, obviously. 2 straight years leading the Mountain West in rushing. 2 years in a row. 2019 had a pair of 200-yard games, including 206 yards against Nevada. But I'm wondering, just think back on your competitive experience against Utah State football teams.
Utah State, they definitely have a lot of great competitors on the defensive side of the ball. They definitely had a great scheme from when we played 2 years ago. But definitely I would say from the time that we played them and watching film, I'll definitely be ready for some things that I haven't seen when I was younger 2 years ago. But just giving those guys credit, the sound defense that they had and the playmakers that they have in the right spots on the field is something that we definitely going to have to make some changes to. And, I'm just looking forward to competing with them again.
Last year was a weird year for everybody. So weird that the Aggie-Wyoming game didn't even happen.
Right, it didn't happen, but that's something we couldn't control and something that we didn't want to see as well, because of course we like to play football and we want to play every game that's that we're able to play. So unfortunately we didn't get that chance to, but here in this upcoming year we're having every game scheduled, so it's going to be good to get back out there.
There are a lot of new coaches that are young guys in the Mountain West Conference. You guys have a coaching staff that's more or less been around a lot. Coach Bowles, a longtime winner in this game. What's it like to play for him particularly, but for your position coaches and the people you work with every day?
It's really good to have Coach Bowl and not trying to knock off any younger coaches, but just to have a old school coach that can teach you a lot of things about being tough, because it's a lot of things that happen in new school that a lot of old heads doesn't like, because they think it's a way that we can learn without having just all the shortcuts to be able to achieve what we're trying to achieve. But Coach Bowl is definitely a coach that I can say that I've learned a lot of things from him, from even things being the hard way, because life is very hard and it won't be easy for anybody. So and Coach Bowl definitely reminds us that sometimes if he sees somebody going through the motions, he'll definitely get on you. So I feel like Coach Bowl is like a granddad, a tough, real tough granddad that I never had, and him being able to bring a lot of coaches with him, and just to produce the cowboy tough mentality, and riding for the brand and being all in for your brother and your teammates is something that I've took with me, and being able to give to my family one day on how to go about life and be tough in everything that you do. So a lot of the things that he teaches us always will apply to life, and I definitely appreciate him for that.
You a guy that has any pregame rituals that you've got to go through before every game?
Definitely. I'm a very religious and spiritual guy. Definitely read a couple of verses, talk to the man upstairs to let him know that, there's not a day that I don't appreciate him, and, I really thank him for, leading me in this process and getting me to achieve and succeed in all the things that I've been doing so far.
Tell me a little bit about Chad.
Chad is a very hard-nosed linebacker, and he might not get a lot of credit, but I definitely think he's similar guy to Logan Wilson, just because he was under Logan's wing, and Chad learned a lot of things. But Chad, a lot of people might not know this, but Chad is a very smart player. I even seen it in him when he first got to Wyoming. I knew he was going to be a guy that that can be a great playmaker on the field and be a leader for all the younger guys, and be a definite profound leader on the defense. So just having him to practice against every day is just something that's going to make me better, because we're definitely going against the best of the best in the Mountain West. And Chad is a guy that really holds himself to a high standard, and we hold him to a high standard to not lead only on the defense, but lead our entire team. As he might have been a 1 or 2-time captain, and I definitely just having him around, and having his great personality, and the guy that he is, I really appreciate him for stepping up and coming into a role that that produces a lot of eyes, and a lot of eyes for the young guys too to look up to.
Well, Chad's getting attention now. I mean, last year 91 total tackles. That was first in the Mountain West Conference, third in the country. And Chad, he mentioned Logan Wilson. Now, there's a great linebacker, and this school has brought a few through there. But was it just a deal where you had to bide your time a little bit?
No, definitely. I mean, being under a guy like Logan or even Cash, I mean, they're both great linebackers, and so they're excelling right now on the next level. But learning under them was definitely something that was very valuable to me, because I could ask them questions anytime, and they would always be there for me. If I needed to watch a little extra film, I could always learn that from those guys. And so it's definitely something that I'm very fortunate I had.
Tell us, I asked him the same thing, but the competitive experience against Utah State, what have you thought of those teams as you played them?
Yeah, no, going through it, playing those guys, I mean, it's always a competitive game going up there, and game planning a couple of years ago. Definitely always have some threats on the outside and at the quarterback position, and running back. I mean, definitely just threats everywhere. And so playing those guys is always going to be a good game, a tough game. And through our past experiences, I think they've been great, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Every time I talk to Coach Bowl, it's always about Nebraska football, because he I don't know if he mentions that with you guys. His experience there and now here is terrific. But again, my point is, you guys are having to get a chance to play for a guy that's had a lot more experience than these young people who are taking over programs in this league today. And you talked about that, Xavian. What do you think about that?
No, definitely. I love playing for Coach Bull. I think he's kind of got that old school mentality, but I think it's great to have at Wyoming. There's not a lot of distractions up there in Laramie, but having a coach like Coach Bull, it kind of straight, it's narrow, and we know what we're getting ourselves into. And so I think that gives a lot to the guys on our team. Just everyone buys into the same process, and kind of what goals we have set out for ourselves is something that I think Coach Bull does well, and explaining to us and showing us how we can get there and accomplish those goals.
Where is Lone Tree, Colorado?
It's right outside of Denver. Yep, just a little south of Denver, little suburb, Lone Tree, Colorado. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm just just right outside of Denver, I guess.
Tell me about this guy.
I mean, in my opinion, I think X is one of the best, if not the best, back in our Mountain West Conference. I mean, I'm glad I have the opportunity to go against him in fall camp, but I'm glad that I don't have to go against him on another team, because, man, I feel like sometimes he's just running and it's tough to tackle him because he's got great vision, great moves, and so I'm definitely glad that he's on our football team. But he's definitely out there as just a leader for the offense and helping guys out, and someone that everyone can kind of come to and talk to if they ever have any issues. And so I think that speaks a lot to X's character and who he is and how he kind of just helps everyone out.
Any rituals you have to go through before a game?
Kind of going along with X, I do pray a little bit before games, but I wouldn't say I have anything really quite specific. I mean, just eating a good meal before. Sometimes I got a pregame ritual of throwing up a little bit, but other than that, it's not too bad.
Well, the Aggies in Wyoming play at Utah State November 20th, so the weather couldn't be any worse in Laramie, so you'll be used to that. We look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.